Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm actually showing you some Zenless Zone Zero gameplay from my new Asus ROG Ally X. I just recently sold my Steam Deck to get my Ally X, and I'm so happy I did. I'm a huge gacha player, as you know. I love my gachas, and unfortunately with the Steam Deck, I ran into so many issues trying to get ZZZ installed well. Like, I've watched multiple videos, I jumped hoops trying to get it to work, as like every few days I had to switch the Proton that it's set to. I don't know, it just never got to the point where I can comfortably log in and play easily. It was always a hassle, unfortunately. So, I know one other thing you could do if you are someone who plays Steam games and other games is you can install Windows on your Steam Deck, which is a great alternative if you want to do it that way, because then, you know, it will act like a mini PC. You'll be able to install the games you want on any platform and client, which is great. However, I just decided to go ahead and try the Ally X instead. So after getting it, it was so easy to set up. Like, you know, I was able to install Steam just fine and install my Steam games, and of course they work fine because it's a mini PC. And then I installed my gachas, and I had no problem setting them up, and it runs great. You know, like I had a lot of fun checking out my different gachas besides ZZZ as well, and it was smooth. It was easy. It was smooth. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. However, you know, if you're trying to save money, Steam Deck is a great way to go. It is far cheaper because the Ally X is like $900. It is pretty expensive, while the Steam Deck, you know, it's like $500, $600 depending on which version you get. So, you know, it is a huge difference in price. And then, you know, you can install Windows on Steam and bypass the issues with installing gachas on the Steam Deck with the Steam OS if you want. You can easily just, you know, go through the hassle of getting it installed on the Steam OS. It works. I've seen plenty of people do it. I've gotten it to work. However, it's just so much of a hassle. So I ended up, I got over it quick. But yeah, if you are strictly a Steam gamer, then, you know, Steam Deck is the perfect handheld. It works so well. I definitely miss the trackpad. That is one thing I do miss about my Steam Deck, is it had a trackpad on it. The Ally X does not, unfortunately. However, it still feels good in my hands. Like, I can hold it and, you know, not get any fatigue or anything, and play just the same as the Steam Deck. So honestly, it's a matter of preference and how much you're wanting to spend on the devices. They both can do gachas really well. However, with the Steam Deck, if you do the Steam OS, you'll have to jump through some hoops to get it to work because of, you know, the easy anti-cheats and stuff like that gachas have. You can go through and install Windows on it, then it'll work fine. Or you can get an ROG Ally X with, you know, no changes. You just launch it, get Windows installed and set up, updated it, and then just install all the games you want and just go. So yeah, definitely a preference. As you can see here, I'm currently setting up to hop into some combat, so this way you can see how it looks in fight. Even fights and stuff like that run smoothly on the Ally X, so I'm definitely happy with it. And then, as you can see here, I'm actually hopping into a fight on my Ally X, so this way you can see how it looks and feels. I had no issues, no delays or anything. It was very smooth, just fighting through just like I always do on PC. Definitely feels great on handheld as well. Kind of like if you were on a tablet, except with a controller. Of course, you know, a tablet would have a bigger screen, but overall, really smooth. Works great, runs great. I I'm very satisfied with the Ally X. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this guide helps for you to decide on which way you want to go, if you're a gacha gamer or if you're a non-Steam gamer, you know, whichever. Hopefully it helps. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good one.